Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In here, I want to tell you about humanistic approach. Before I tell you about what is humanistic approach, I will read there are some agenda that. And the first agenda is I will tell you about approach, and the second is method, and the third is material, and the last is learning activities. Let's move to the first agenda. What is humanistic approach? Humanistic approach is a psychological perspective that emphasizes the study of the whole person and the individual's unique experiences, feelings, and potential for personal growth. It emerged in the middle 20th century as a reaction to behaviorism and psychoanalysis, which were dominant schools of thought at the time. And the method, I choose differentiated method or differentiated learning. This method is a learning approach designed to meet the needs of various students in one class. The primary goal is to provide learning experiences that suit an individual level of readiness, interest, learning style, and pace of learning. In differentiated learning, teachers recognize and respond to student diversity by providing a variety of teaching strategies, resources, and assessment. And the next is material. In here, I choose the material is narrative text. I choose narrative text because I want to focus on 10th grade, where in a phase E. So, narrative text is a type of text that tells a story or recount a series of events. The primary purpose of narrative text is to entertain or engage the audience by presenting or compelling and coherent narrative. It often involves characters, setting, plots, conflicts, and resolutions. And the last agenda is learning activities. There are 3 parts in the learning activities, and the first part is pre-activities. In the pre-activities, the teacher should to prepare teaching modules, preparing teaching materials, recognize students' uniqueness, and prepare LKPD. And in the second part of the learning activities is main activities. First, teachers facilitate students in experience-based learning that allows students to learn through hands-on experience, reflection, and practical application. Second, the teacher gives choices. Provide diverse learning options such as additional reading materials, optional projects, or varied assessment approach. And the third, facilitating collaboration and discussion. Encourage group discussion or collaborative projects that allow students to learn from each other. And the fifth, provide positive and constructive feedback. Tailor the instruction to the student's skills, level, and needs. Provide additional support or extra challenges according to their abilities. Create an individualized learning plan that includes objectives and strategies tailored to the student's need. And the last is involvement of emotional and social aspects in learning. And the last part of the learning activities is closing activities. For the first is students create projects based on the learning styles of students anywhere and with application they know. And the second is students collect projects they have worked on according to the material of the content they choose. For the last one is examples of products that can be produced. For the first is for the visual learning style. The students can make an illustration or comics that contain narrative stories. They can use drawings or pictures to help understand the visual elements of the narrative text. And the second point is for the auditory learning style. The student can make a podcast contain narrative text that is read verbally, and students can write lyrics that tell a narrative story and create songs to engage the sense of hearing. Songs can reflect story elements such as plot, character, and atmosphere. And the third point is for the audio-visual learning style. The students can create an animated video to illustrate the narrative story being presented. And this allows them to depict visualization of the story and present it with audio-visual elements. And the last point is for the kinesthetic learning style. The students can adapt narrative text into drama scripts and perform theater performance. This involves physical movements, facial expressions, and direct interactions between students. Maybe that's all that I can explain to you about humanistic approach. I hope that you can take some notes from this explanation, and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.